Hi, this is Annie Thoe, and welcome to Sensing Vitality. Today we're going to work with your feet for improving the balance on your feet and ankles, and we're going to use a ball, and this is the first level of some balance practice. It'll really help your dexterity of your feet, which so often we're wearing shoes. And so I just encourage you to find a ball. It could be a tennis ball, a rubber ball, could be any kind of ball, croquet ball. Different sizes have different effects. Different softnesses will have different effects. If you have plantar fasciitis or really sore feet, definitely start these foot lessons with the seated position. And you're going to want to very lightly touch the bottom of your foot to the ball. The idea is we're not working on massaging the feet, which is very nice, but we're working on waking up the bones, all right? And this will really help your balance. There's lots of neuropathy these days. You hear that word. People where their feet are kind of numb, tingly. This can help that too. Let's just start. Take the heel and just lightly tap it on the floor and see if you can feel the heel. And hopefully you'll feel it better when we're done here. And then lightly take your foot on top of the ball and just rolling up and down and finding the bones in your feet. Now these are bones you typically don't feel when you're standing because there's an arch there. But as you feel these bones, the muscles can relax a little bit without stretching or straining. If it's a little bit sore, that's okay. If it's really sore, just do a little bit at a time, and you might want to soak your feet in cold water or ice water after this just to make sure you're not inflaming your foot. Okay, so just do a little bit at a time and come back and tap your heel. And can you hear the heel? Can you feel it? So this work is so much about your awareness, what you can feel, sense, hear, see even. So come back again, and now we're going to do just a little bit more rolling side to side, and see how far you can go before you lose the ball, as I just did, all the way side to side. I'm going to move the ball as I need to. And another option, like if you are much heavier than I am or this hurts your foot, you can move the ball a little further out. There's a little less weight of your leg on the foot out here. But ideally, you want to work so that your foot is right under your knee. But in the beginning, if that's too sore, you can have your foot further out just as an option. All right, so just waking up the bones here, feeling them, because we're going to play a little game in a moment. All right, and then just take that off and just sense the heel. Now, these joints in the ball of your foot, a lot of people have injuries. In fact, I have an injury that I've been working with one of my feet in that area. This was really going to help your big toe and all the joints around the forefoot. So stay with me here. Now, you're going to take the ball right under the arch of the foot, and this is where the balance comes in. At first, you're going to have your eyes open, and you're just going to lightly touch and then come away. So it's almost like just touching and then coming up. And then I want you to touch different parts of your foot, keeping your knee right on top of your foot. So touching, and not rolling the ball. So you can't put much weight, because if I put a lot of weight, it'll push the ball. So you're just going to lightly touch and look with your eyes for now, because guess what? We're going to do it with eyes closed in a moment. As you bring your foot up higher, this works with some coordination to find where exactly is that ball. Now look over this side of your leg and touch the ball, and then look over this side. All right? Don't do it so much that your leg gets tired. That's not the point. The point is we're doing a target practice of finding exactly where that ball is with your bottom of your foot. Now let's do this on the other side. So you're going to take the ball and roll it, and just feeling. There's a tendency when we do another side of the body, we kind of check out like, oh, I know what to do. But instead of that, see if you can compare, how is this foot different than the first foot? Is it more numb? Does it have more sensation? Is it more tender? Is it less tender? What's different about this foot? Is it easier to roll? What's different about it? And you find you might do different things. Let's go side to side a little bit instead of forward and back. Just back and forth. There we go. And I lost the ball on that one. Okay, now just a little bit up and down and then rest. Okay, and tap your heel. This is a great lesson, by the way, to do at your desk if you sit a lot, just as a little break. All right, now let's take the ball and we're going to play this target game where you lift the knee and then just touch. And you're going to touch on different parts of your foot. Look with your eyes right now and see where you're landing and just touch. Touch, touch, and then look over this way, touch, touch. You can sit in a chair. I'm on a bench here, but you can sit just in a regular flat chair is fine. All right, and then let's rest for a moment. Doesn't seem like a big deal, but actually that last little bit really wakes up the balance in your feet. Now, let's continue with that same side. Let's do that. So, same side. This time, eyes closed, and if you need to open them, that's fine, but eventually we want to work with eyes closed. This is where balance really gets practiced with eyes closed. So you're going to lift your leg with your eyes closed and then bring it down a little slower this time to touch and then come back up. And you'll find each time you land, maybe different parts of your foot touch the ball. See if you can aim with different parts of your foot, like, okay, I'm going to try to reach my heel toward the ball, or I'm going to reach the ball of my foot toward the ball. How precise can you be? The outer edge of the foot, the big toe side of the foot, smack under the arch. So eyes closed and really finding the ball with different parts of your feet that you just explored in the rolling. Okay, and then just a little bit quickly, up and down quickly. Good, and rest. So if you like to walk barefoot, this is an awesome balance practice to get your feet aware and awake for walking barefoot. But it'll also just help you be a lot more supple in your feet. Here we go, other side. Again, you could start with your eyes open a little bit just to refresh. Where is that distance? Lifting your leg. If it's hard for you to lift your leg, you can assist with your hands. All right? Okay, now close your eyes and then let's touch different parts of your foot with the ball. And very lightly relax your foot as it comes down so that ball doesn't roll away. And just try to aim for different places in your foot, whether it's the heel, the outer edge, the big toe, all different spots. So you know exactly where that ball is in your mind and where parts of your feet are in your mind. All right, then let's rest. Tap your heels now. And amazingly, your foot should feel so much lighter after this. So when you're done here, I want you to come and stand and just see how it feels to stand on your feet and tap your heels in standing and then go for a walk. Okay? So that's today's lesson. I have a part 2 to this, so stay tuned for part 2, which is more in standing and balancing on your feet. And thanks for joining me. See you next time.